Let's talk about some of the top mistakes I see people making when they're working out inside of a gym. If you're brand new to my channel, hi, I'm Courtney. I am a health and wellness coach. I have my degree in exercise science and I was a former personal trainer. I have been studying health and wellness and exercise for literally the last 10 to 15 years of my life, which makes me sound old, but I am so passionate about fitness and health and wellness, and I've learned quite a few things, not only in my own health and wellness journey, but having studied exercise science, working with clients all over the world. These are some things that really hold people back and also things that lead people to get hurt. So not only is this going to help you, again, see the results you're looking for, it's going to help you just feel good, stay safe, and actually start to get the results that you want. So let's dive into the things that you want to avoid if you're getting into the gym for the first time. Okay, so the first mistake I see a lot of people making, and I honestly used to do this when I first got into the gym myself, and that first mistake is holding onto the cardio machine, being slouched over, and not actually being intentional with your time doing cardio. Let's be honest, who wants to do cardio anyways, right? Like, I don't enjoy doing the Stairmaster, going on the elliptical. I like doing long walks outside. So if I'm going to sit on the cardio machine, if it's again, the Stairmaster, the treadmill, whatever, I want that time to be effective. So if you're holding on to your cardio equipment and you're slouched over, your posture is absolutely awful, you're death gripping on the machine, you're watching Netflix, you're FaceTiming your friends, and you're not really showing up with intention, I hate to tell you this, but you're actually wasting your time. You're not going to get much out of that cardio session if you're holding on and you're letting the machine do the work for you. I like to put on a really good playlist and kind of get in the zone. I like to have a set type of music that I kind of dial into, and it really sets my energy and my intention for being productive with my cardio. I don't want to do cardio for more than 10 or 20 minutes. So for me, I just like to zone out, put my phone on do not disturb, and I really bring my shoulders back. I engage my core. I focus on challenging myself. Don't hold on to the equipment. Don't slouch over, and don't be all distracted. This will make a huge difference, and you're actually going to start to burn fat because you're really challenging yourself in those cardio sessions. And if you're wanting to do the Stairmaster or do the treadmill, one of my favorite ways to do cardio is kind of thinking of doing sprints. So doing maybe 30 seconds of really challenging yourself and then taking 30 seconds to rest. Or if you're a little bit more advanced, you could do 45 seconds of challenging yourself and 15 seconds of rest. But use that kind of intentional mindset to really check into pushing yourself for a period of time. And then after that, giving yourself a minute to catch your breath. And that's going to allow you to really go hard in those 30 to 45 seconds. Maybe you're doing sprints, or if you're on the elliptical, you're adding some resistance, or if you're on the Stairmaster, you're picking up the pace. But do intervals and actually watch your heart rate get up there. That's going to put you in a fat burning zone. I think the fat burning zone with your heart rate is between like 135 and 180 or so. So if you have an Apple Watch, if you have the Oura Ring, if you have, a Fitbit, you can track your heart rate and make sure you're actually challenging yourself. The second mistake I see people making is they don't have a proper warm-up or cool-down routine. This is so... I just want to shake people when I see people walk straight from the gym and they jump right onto the squat rack. If you're not warming up your body by doing some dynamic movement, doing some stretching, doing some foam rolling, doing even some walking, you are doing a disservice to your body and to the results that you're trying to get. You are going to hurt yourself. It's as simple as that. If you're not warming up the body, you're going to tear something, you're going to pull something, you're going to tweak something, and then you're going to be out of the gym for maybe a few weeks, if not a few months. So I know it feels annoying to spend, 10 minutes warming up the body and spend 10 minutes cooling down the body, but you are going to prevent injury. You're going to work out smarter, not harder, and it's just not worth it to actually hurt yourself. So my favorite ways to warm up are to foam roll, to kind of do some dynamic stretching, which means you're kind of moving throughout it. You're not just holding a position and a stretch for a super long time. So make sure that you are moving through the movements, you are getting the body warmed up, and you're actually getting yourself ready to dive into your workout. Same thing with your cool down routine. You want to take about 10 minutes and really just stretch the body and let the heart rate come down. So that's where you can move into more static stretching, which is just holding a movement. Let's say you're like doing you're touching your toes, right? You can hold that movement and really just relax, take a few deep breaths. That warm up and cool down routine will make such a difference for you, I promise. The third mistake I see people making, and this is also so detrimental to your progress, and it's also just very unsafe, neglecting form. So a lot of people I find are just swinging through the movement. They're not actually really tightly engaging their core. They're not paying attention to their form in the mirror, and they're just, sitting there with super awful posture, just going through through the motions of the workout. Again, you're not actually getting the most out of those moves, so it's really important that you're working out in front of a mirror. You have a tight and engaged core. A lot of people think your core is only important when you're doing sit-ups or planks or typical ab movements, but when you're doing squats, when you're doing an overhead press, when you're doing lunges or bicep curls or a chest press, your core should be tight and engaged. Your shoulders should be rolled back. Your posture should be in check. So if you can, work out with a mirror there and really just make that intention to have your core engaged, have everything nice and tight and aligned. A lot of people will not engage their core in, other moves outside of abs, and this is going to lead to back problems, back tightness. It can lead to a lot of hip issues, leg injuries, things like that. So please, when you're doing every single move, be intentional, focus on tightening up the whole body, squeezing the muscles, bringing that mind to muscle connection really alive, bringing that intentionality into the move. It's going to make a big, big difference for you. And the best part about this is that you are actually going to be toning your abs and working your abs without even doing crunches, right? Who doesn't want to get more defined abs without doing crunches? The fourth mistake I see people making is not using a challenging enough weight or using too challenging of a weight. So this kind of piggybacks off the last point, but this again goes down to people neglecting their form to get the heavier weight up. I see this happen a lot of the time with bodybuilders or people who are really trying to go hard in the gym and they're sacrificing their form to go for a higher weight. Or I find that people will also go for a really, really light weight and they're not actually challenging themselves enough. So this is where it's important that you give yourself some time in the beginning of your fitness journey to really find a weight that works for you and your body, something that's challenging and is actually going to put stimulus on the muscles. So if you're sitting there and you're doing 5-pound bicep curls and you are not challenging yourself enough, you're actually much stronger than that, you're not going to see much results. You're not going to see that bicep definition or that arm definition because you're not using a heavy enough weight. So a lot of people are afraid of picking up weights. They think it's going to make them look manly, it's going to make them look too bulky. But when it's done the right way and it's challenging enough, you are going to start to see a crazy transformation with your body. You're going to feel tighter, you're going to feel leaner, you're going to feel more energized. That is the proper way to exercise, is to challenge yourself in a healthy way. The fifth mistake I see people making is that they're not paying attention to their set and rep ratio, meaning they're not following a set plan. Now, you don't have to buy a workout program. You don't have to work with a personal trainer in order to get a good workout. You can absolutely go in some days and just kind of wing it and do what feels good for the body. But if you are serious about seeing physical change, if you're serious about transforming your body, about getting lean, about burning fat, you have to be doing this. You have to be following a set rep and set ratio so you're actually doing the moves consistently. A lot of the time for moves, just kind of typical set that I like to tell my clients and ratio I tell my clients is do each move between 10 and 15 times, right? 10 to 15 reps, and repeat that for 3 total sets. So a 15 to kind of 3 ratio is really comfortable for most people. You can play around with that. If you're wanting to challenge yourself more, you could do it for 4 sets. You could bump it up to 20 reps, or if you're brand new and you're just starting out, you could even do 2 sets of everything and do it for 10 reps. But start tracking your movement and make sure you're doing the moves consistently and you're paying attention to your set and rep ratio. The next mistake I see people making is that they're sitting on their phones, just bobbing back and forth between machines, and they're not showing up with an intentional mindset to be productive in the gym. Now, again, I don't want to make you feel like you have to always show up and work out crazy hard, and that's the only way that you can go to the gym. If you need to check in some days for your mental health and just walk and kind of float around, and that's just the release and kind of the relief that you need, by all means, go for it. But again, if you're serious about building muscle, losing fat, seeing physical change, transforming your body, you have to show up with that intentional mindset that you're checking into your workout. You're challenging yourself and you're showing up ready to do the work. So I like to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I will play a really good playlist. I will tell my husband, hey, I'm going to be gone for the gym, for an hour. I'm going to be totally off the clock. I don't respond to clients. I don't look on social media, because once you open your phone, you're going to get sucked into that world. It's how social media is created. And one more mistake that I see people making inside of the gym is that they genuinely think that everyone is paying attention to them. I used to think this too when I got started in my journey. I was always so self-conscious, feeling like people were staring at me and people were judging me and people were like, what's she doing over there? She doesn't know what she's doing. I was so self-conscious that I genuinely thought everyone in the gym was paying attention to me, picking me apart. And the truth of the matter is, in the most loving way, people are not paying attention to you, they're paying attention to themselves. The same way that you're worried about what your pants look like or what you look like doing this move, or you're thinking about everything else going on in your life and your day and your work and your relationship, that is what everyone else is doing. So if you're talking yourself out of going to the gym, if you are feeling insecure in the gym, if you're putting this pressure on yourself, feeling like everyone has eyes on you, I promise you that they don't. And if you're in a gym where you feel uncomfortable, please switch gyms. And that's it. Those are the top mistakes I see people making when they are getting into the gym for the first time or they're feeling insecure in the gym. These are some things that I really want you to pay attention to. So again, you can avoid injuring yourself, and also you can start to see the results that you're looking for faster, because I know what it's like to be going to the gym and feeling like you're doing all the work but you're not seeing the results that you're looking for. So if you implement these tips from this video, I guarantee you're going to start to feel better in the gym, you're going to start to get better workouts in, and you're going to start to see the transformation that you're looking for. So if you guys love this video, I would love if you click that little thumbs up button. It helps my channel hugely. And if you're into health and wellness and fitness and you're wanting to build a healthier lifestyle, start focusing on healthy habits, really focus on building like the healthiest, happiest version of you, click that subscribe button, join the fam. I'm posting videos every Sunday and Thursday, and I would love to have you stick around. That's all I got for you guys today. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.